Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Final Show Films. I'm Sensaku, your executive producer here, and I want to thank you all for tuning in. I particularly want to thank our $25 tier supporters on Patreon at patreon.com/fsfilms. Those being Jeremy and Alexander, Samantha Bates, Cat Waterflame, and Elle, without whom we wouldn't be able to do nearly as much of the things that we do. So thank you to them for supporting us over the years. Thank you to those of you watching live. And if you are watching live, be sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy. We're live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to Shadows of the Mountain, the Werewolf the Apocalypse Chronicle we're running here on Final Show Films. My name is Jack. I am your storyteller for the evening, no matter what happens. Craig is now less creepy than he was a minute ago, maybe. So we're going to start with Craig
barely,
is here.
I just
hey,
turned
everybody.
on the light, so
Craig's here. Talk about your character, buddy.
I will be playing Sal Spiderfryer Moraro, a glasswalker Hamid Ragabash, and that's me.
Roll for destiny.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Alexandra Boxcar's Core, Metis Philodox Black Fury.
And John.
I'm Sensaku, and I'm playing Grania Firelight O'Connor, Hamid Glasswalker, Ragabash, and all-around disaster by. And it's all right, Jack, because John is also my name.
And Holly.
I'm Holly. I'm playing Dakota, Technicolor rope cutter. She is a Galliard, Octana, Lupus.
And William.
Hi, I'm William, and I'm playing Ingvar Freya Ulfsdotter, Ironblood, the Hamid Geta Fenris Arun.
And Athena.
Hi, I'm playing Mordecai, the Lupus, the Arch, the Shadow Lords.
And Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm curious why John thinks there's anything but disaster buys in Werewolf. And I am playing Aiden, a Hamid Philodox Child of Gaia.
Yeah, but even by those standards, Grania is a disaster by.
I mean, there's heavy metal by in the case of Ingvar.
And once again, special thanks to the Onyx Path, who provided us collaboration materials for this chronicle. You can still get access to their upcoming Apocalyptic Record book pre-order at apocalyptic-record.backerkit.com/hosted_pre-orders. I will pop that link in the chat and video description as well if you're watching this on YouTube. Boop, there we go. And when last we left the Denver
Also,
region,
Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights.
Yep.
Billionaires should be illegal.
Billionaires
When last we
should
left
be
the
dead.
Denver region, the Wings Pack had scouted the base camp of Intrepid Energy and come away with some disturbing results. There were at least a pair of Fomori operating in the tactical workforce of their security crew. One Fomor is coincidence, two is a pattern. With the intel gathered, however, and an explosive gift left behind, courtesy of Grania, the pack returned to safer zones, although Boxcars and Moriko were spotted in lupus form by a National Park employee along the way. Returning to their lodgings, however, Storm's Dawn broached the topic of candidacy for Pack Beta with everybody, eventually, while Spiderfryer prepared to set up a meeting with Will O'Connelly to discuss the potential for arms, armor, various assistance, etc. in the local area as the wings begin to assess their targets near Thorodon Mountain in Colorado. So, our curtain lifts as Aiden, having just finished his final discussion with Sal, I believe was headed indoors, mulling over his options and the various opinions and such that had been floated by the people that he talked to for second in command of the Wings of the Mojave Pack.
Yep.
Okay, it
There's
is
not
spelled
much
exactly that.
mulling.
Okay.
He basically walks inside. He does wait to close the door, so will have to open the door and walk through.
Okay.
And then does just a pack speed totem phone. All right, everybody, main room, quick meeting.
I look over from the corner that I'm sitting in with my laptop. I'm already here.
I know.
Not a
This coyote jackal grin.
phone.
Yeah, Mordico comes in pretty quick from that. Not like she ran, but she definitely power walked
Right.
there. She kind of comes in and she stops at the entrance part of where like the living room is and steps like one step into the living room and then waits.
He does briefly consider locking the door, but he does not.
You're muted, Greg.
Sal walked in through a different door.
Perfect.
I do kind of like the idea, though, that you lock the door and there's just a boom. Then Sal walked into the other door.
I mean, Ingvar would be the one walking in through the door that was at the front that you would have locked for Sal.
Oh.
Again, there's
That
a
was
boom,
whoops.
and then Sal walks in through another door.
That
Yeah,
was
don't-
so. That
the
was
door-
why
the
he
front door
didn't.
is
He
just
knew there were
smashed
other
apart.
people outside.
Y'all are
Anyway.
like a well-oiled machine.
Dakota will walk in.
Dustbringer flies in through an open window.
All right. So, being as we are, and you all probably have figured I've spoken to all of you to get opinions. Right now, our beta is not here. This is while we're here and he and Hikau are not, we need that. I've been thinking about it basically since I figured out that she went elsewhere. And the more I thought about it, the more I've realized I think it goes without saying we're not a normal pack.
Mordico is definitely looking from each of the pack members, not making eye contact.
You can tell by the look on Grania's face that she's trying to think of how many packs say they're not a normal pack amongst themselves.
We are actively and enthusiastically acting against the wishes of the sept, where we are guests or belong, depending. And honestly, I don't think that we would ever be standard, even regardless of that. As such, I don't think that we necessarily need to follow I don't think it fits to us to follow just the standard process. And since it would probably take double the effort for a beta to get shit through my head, to get through all of my bullshit, I think it just works out easier. And I think based on everybody and based on what we're doing here and based on what we will be doing wherever we go, it works better to have two.
Hell yeah, boss. Fuck it up.
And that's why, assuming they accept, Ingvar and Monaco, I would like you both to be betas for the pack.
Mordecai takes a moment and blinks. Noted.
Ingvar kind of straightens her shoulders a bit. Certainly.
I accept.
Perfect. We're probably going to be splitting up a lot in a lot of situations because of everything we need to do here. So this makes that a lot easier for us. And I just think it fits us better anyway. So speaking of that, what's next? Thoughts?
Well, I've been looking at the various other locations that we have that Intrepid Energy is looking into. I think the next thing we should do is try to get more information from them directly as to what they're doing, not just check and see if they are bad guys, because we get a pretty good idea of that already.
We know,
but actually figure out what the fuck they want. Like, they got a lot of heavy munitions and a lot of heavy hitters for not a lot that we can tell.
Oh, 100%. They're not just doing this to annoy or drive out the locals in that area. There's something more to this.
Yeah, they have a goal. Question is, what is that goal? And I think I mean, Moriko would be a better person to say if this would be a good place to find that information, but I think the best place to get that information is going to be through the Gauntlet. Because if there's something weird about the areas that they're operating in, the spirits will know.
It's not a bad idea. I think also, look, my thoughts on it is if a group is trying to do something for a company's trying to do something for the worm, and they're digging in a particular area, there's something they're trying to find there.
Yes, I agree.
The Umber would be a good place to check that. Marco, you said your kinfolk are there.
Yes.
Have they been there historically, ancestrally?
Yes.
It's another potential avenue.
If they're digging, what's buried is probably the biggest question.
Exactly. Try and find somebody's probably going to have to interface with the sept, or at least someone from the sept, to see if there's any legends of what's there. Or since we're out here, what's his name, who I literally just met today?
Will O'Connelly.
Thank you. Will O'Connelly.
Well,
Sal, I think you said you were heading there.
Yeah, boss. I'm gonna take box.
I will go with you.
No, when I spoke
I
to
will
Connolly,
go with you.
when I spoke to Connolly, all respect, Small Wonder, but when I spoke to Connolly, he specifically asked to meet new people.
He will. You will be new.
No, he said bring other people that he ain't met. He said bring 2 and ones that he ain't met. I tell you what, let's get your cell phone
We'll go with you.
and we'll loop you in on it.
Mordecai looks to Aiden.
I think it's good to have have either you or Ingvar there. I think
I will negotiate with him.
All respect, but I think you're letting your beta go to your head already. Look, we just met this guy. We don't want to go crossing streams, and we don't want to go. Look, we're there asking favors. We don't want to go back on what he's already asked us.
I agree with that.
The last time we negotiated with him, he took your beta's weapon.
Yes, he did.
You are about to go and ask him for another favor. And negotiating from a position of weakness. I will ensure that doesn't happen again.
Why?
What else will he take?
What? I gesture towards Sal. What does Sal have that's worth taking, Moriko?
Mordecai gestures to Alex. And then Dakota.
He's not going to take people.
Do you know that?
If he was going to take people, then we'd have a much bigger problem on our hands.
Yes.
And that's a really
which
easy
is why I
thing to
will
say
be there.
no to.
If he
All
says
right.
no, then we leave empty-handed.
I probably shouldn't, like, if the picture gets out or whatever, then if these people are looking around and keeping track of, like, the area, they're going to pinpoint, like, oh, new people showed up. One of them's probably the Metis.
I understand that concern.
No
I do
offense.
trust. Sorry, go ahead.
No offense to Mordecai, but I'm like, I know you know the people around here, but I'm also good with people.
She is.
I don't
It really
distrust
is.
that. But you do not. O'Connolly may be more dangerous than we are expecting.
Quite possibly.
He
And
is a
that's why I
lone wolf
trust-
here.
That's why I trust Sal of these are words I didn't expect to say either. But that's why I trust Sal to be able to very politely say fuck you no if the price is too high.
Rather than sending your beta to negotiate for you.
I mean,
Seems like
honestly,
part of the strength of a beta, if we're going to do things by the book like you want, part of the strength of the beta is delegating. Part of the strength of the beta is realizing when you got to step in and when you got to step back.
Marco,
That is
this
an
sends
alpha.
This sends a message to Will of a position of power because I'm not sending my beta. I'm not going myself. I'm sending just other members of the pack. That indicates a certain level of importance that I consider this. That
I
puts him
disagree.
back in his place a little bit.
But I will respect your decision.
I do want somebody else there, though, on the outside, should things go wrong.
I'll go.
There we go.
All right.
Plus, cooler heads in times of stress, all that.
Absolutely.
Plus, it never hurts to keep somebody in the car and keep the motor running.
That's my point exactly.
All right.
And you can blow
Well,
shit
this is
up
all
pretty
going
well.
really great so far.
It is. And he says that without a trace of irony.
Sal, I mean, if it's not clear, Sal looked thrilled. Sal is just loving every single minute of this.
Right. You guys go do that.
Well, oh yeah, it was this tonight, isn't it? Yeah.
All right. We're not going in the woods this time. Let's take the good car.
I'm gonna take my car too, anyways, because it is the good car, and also, if I'm going to be a little bit quieter outside, then I don't want to get out of your car and then go hide.
Not a bad idea. All right. So who's driving which car? We got 2 shotguns. Y'all welcome in mine. We can split it up.
I think all 3 of you in yours and me following behind.
Works for me.
I'm gonna drive.
Shotgun.
You
Sweet.
got it. Sal
That's
tosses
awesome.
the keys to boxcar.
This also means that I live.
I'm a great driver.
How many
sure
dots in
you-
Both
drive
been doing
does
fine.
It really is.
does boxcars have right now?
None, but I've
None?
successfully driven once now, so I'm
Okay.
full of confidence.
All right.
I've gotten it
You,
once.
hey, you have 100% rate of success.
I was just gonna say
Exactly.
she's got a 1 out of 1. She's
Okay.
doing great.
Uh-huh.
It's about a 15-minute drive up the road. So if
Oh. Hang on a second. I can't hear shit, and neither can the stream. I don't know
Uh-oh,
why
that's
I
not
can't
good.
hear shit. Actually, I do know why I can't hear shit. Hang on. I don't know why it's affecting the application audio output capture though, because that shouldn't be affected by this. By that, someone say something.
ooh, technical difficulty.
Saying something.
Now we can all hear you. So
Okay.
yeah, for some reason my I have a new speaker bar, and it keeps disconnecting and reconnecting and then asserting itself as the default speaker. I think the cable's shitty. And in that
That's fun.
process, it like takes over everything. But for some reason, it also muted the application audio output capture, which I have in place specifically to avoid when my audio goes shitty, they can still hear you.
So did
I don't know why it did
only
that.
did they only lose that like 2-second bit when the
Yeah,
the
as
speaker
soon
reset?
as soon as I lost audio, I said something, and
Yeah.
Okay. Well, cool. So everybody should
way-
be roughly caught up.
I hadn't noticed the chat. Wow, that went places.
oh yeah,
What now?
Oh, the rip squirrel.
Oh, yes.
and then my response.
The fuck.
Anyway,
Then-
I
so
wouldn't-
cars are gotten into, and you guys drive off. Since you don't have any dots, I am going to have you make just a dexterity difficulty 6 roll,
Okay.
just to see how we go.
Do.
After everyone else has left, Ingvar looks over to Moriko and says, "I should point out, I decided to give up my Fang Dagger. That was my decision, not the Alpha's."
No. Your alpha's decision was not to negotiate.
Correct. Because we are in his territory, and not to put too fine a point on it, but what we're doing, we are in a position of weakness. There's
No.
no getting around from that.
We're not. He should want to assist us. We are a pack offering to take Fomarai out of his territory. He
That's
should
one-
be thanking us for our
We're also-
assistance.
one
We're
way to
also
look
offering
at
to
it.
start fights in his territory and potentially get his kinfolk killed.
We are all meant to be on the same side.
You're correct, and that is one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is that he is somebody who, while he is on his own, lives or dies based on what happens at the Sept.
Correct. Which
And the
means we have a
Sept-
position of power over him. For if we were to say he does not want to help us fight the Fomori, all it takes is one word to say, why would he not want that? We could have held it over his head and forced him to help us.
Except
Do
we're
you
not in a
think he
position
really
with the
has-
Sept either.
Do you think he really has a worse reputation at the Sept and less credibility at the Sept than we do? Because you're wrong.
Oh, I would not be the one saying it. Neither would you. You send your galliard to bring a concern to the set. She's
Who's
good
this?
with people.
Who is associated with us, so there is a certain level of mitigation to that.
And he is a lone wolf lingering outside their territory.
Yep.
He is not in a position of as much strength as you are giving him. But it is done. Is there something more you need?
I think we're good at the moment until we get back. I am going to I'm gonna do some things. I
Monaco
understand your
bows
point.
and then leaves.
Fair enough.
I am getting that knife back as soon as possible, though.
You absolutely are.
So with 2 successes,
Yeah, I'm a great driver.
Boxcars manages to not drive off a mountain.
Yay!
Yeah, no, you make it in pretty decent time. You're lucky enough that there's very little traffic on these roads, especially later in the evening like this.
Yep.
And as you pull up to the, I believe it's called the Last Stand Tavern, just checking, you figure out why. Because
Right.
they're all already here.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Parking lot is full, and there are actually people like pulled off to the shoulder going both ways on this like one state route up here. So yeah, no, the place is apparently fairly packed.
In the car on the way over.
Uh-huh.
We have just a quick chat.
Yep.
Basically, immediately upon getting into the car, Sal jumps into the back seat, stretches out across the back, and says, "So I think that went really great. What do you all think?"
Sheesh.
Just
I
go ahead. Sorry.
I don't think that Aiden should have chosen Mordecai as Beta.
What you mean? A shadow lord is second in command? What could possibly go wrong? No, this is all gonna blow up. It's gonna be a real shit show.
I don't like it.
No, yeah. That was, I kind of feel like he did that one as a fuck you to me. I mean, I'm a huge egomaniac, so that might be factoring into it. But yeah, she's the one I said definitely don't do that.
Who did you say?
You two, actually. I said it ought to be both of you guys. So, he took the 2 betas idea from me. I just went in a totally different direction.
I did not want to be Beta.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Neither one of you guys would want to do it, but that's why you should do it. Like, if you're gonna have somebody in charge of something, you want the person who doesn't want to do it, right? Because if you get the person in who really wants it, like fucking Small Wonder over there, that's what starts to make me worry.
Ingvar will be good.
Yeah, I mean, Ingvar's gonna be great, but as long as every problem we've got is a door that needs to be smashed down with a face, Ingvar's got it covered, no problem.
Hey, Ingvar's better at I think Ingvar's just gotta step up.
Yeah, to hit the door with the face. Yeah.
I kind of agree with Sal here, but she's getting better. She is.
No, I mean, fantastic. Absolutely. Look,
I love that. I love that Sal blew right past the remark of took your beta's weapon.
No, I kid because I love, and I honestly I think we all knew that already Ingvar is going to be the one stepping into the leadership role when we're out there at the battlefield. So Ingvar is a beta. I mean, it makes sense. I look.
You all saw like the Moriko's. Okay, Dakota, you saw when she shifted, right? Like she was
I
the.
noticed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We didn't tell Sal.
Yeah. Did you have
What's
the
this?
weird dream?
I got a lot of weird dreams, Boxcars.
Okay, the weird dream.
The
like,
one we all had.
Oh, like the
Jesus,
one
God.
with the
Oh,
castle and like the Hamburglar is there. Did you guys have that one
No.
too?
Oh my god.
I don't think that's the right one.
Hmm.
I've been having that one since I was like 7 years old. Still gives me the creeps. I swear to God.
That's not the one we all had.
Okay.
The one there was a wolf
At this one?
and like Aiden was in danger.
Yeah. I mean, look, if I'm gonna be honest, I have a lot where Aiden's in danger. I have a lot where all of y'all are in danger. But I mean that recent one when you guys were coming out here. You know, we never did talk about that. Y'all could have saved me the fucking drive if I'd known we were just gonna, fucking take the Rainbow Bridge or whatever Ingvar calls it. Of course, I couldn't have gotten the car through, so it all worked out. But yeah, I mean, I don't remember seeing Moriko in that though.
Her wolf form is the wolf that was in the dream.
Oh,
Like
shit.
exactly.
I ain't seen their wolf form yet.
Also, she touched me in wolf form.
That's kind of fucked up. He leans over towards Boxcars. Is that fucked up? I don't really do the whole wolf thing.
I mean, it's different than she's like all mission kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It,
Beep boop.
it's like
Must overthrow government.
yeah,
Take
a little bit.
ruler. Yeah.
And then like in wolf form, she's like that, but also a whole. I think
Like a fucking robot wolf?
no, like
Because that's pretty sick.
there's a lot of emotion in there, and I don't like. I'm just worried she's going to get us all killed.
Those of you that are talking about the dream, I want you all to make an intelligence and enigmas roll if you've got enigmas. Or if you don't have enigmas, you can make occult. Does anybody not have any enigmas?
I have one occult and one enigmas.
Okay. Enigmas is going to be at a lower difficulty, so I would advise that one. That one's at 6. Or if you don't have enigmas, but you do have occult, you can make intelligence and occult at difficulty 7.
And it's I'm sorry, it was intelligence.
Intelligence. Yep.
Okay. At 6.
At 6.
1.
Okay. So yeah. Boxcars, you're just kind of tossing this information around in your brain and really can't make heads or tails of it right now. Sal and Dakota, as you're casting your mind back through this, what details you remember of the dream? That wolf who, in the revelation now, that is Moriko's lupus form. The danger in the dream was from the avalanche and the lightning. That wolf very specifically was standing in the only place of safety and security in that whole catastrophe.
Oh my God. Hang on. And Sal pulls out his phone and goes, "Hey Siri, add a note. Robot wolf on new Glamborough posters." Also, I fucking think that Moriko is here to just let us take the shit and have everything roll on by.
I don't think that's why.
Why not?
I mean, she has her own stuff that like she's working through, and I think she's nice, but she has a lot of growing to do.
Also, she needs us to fix her this whole situation, so
Yeah, and
It
she
would
was
make
not
sense.
ready to be beta.
You all ever met a Shadow Lord before?
And that's when you pull up. You've run out of road.
I had a 15-minute story about Shadow Lords, but fine.
Question,
You've
Jack.
already had a 20-minute real-time conversation, I think.
Legit.
As they pull up into the thing, and
Yeah.
is there
Mhm.
is this tavern standing by itself, or is it like in the middle of a couple of different buildings in like in a more populated area?
So you know those towns that literally have one traffic light?
Yeah.
This is a town that has possibly heard a story about a traffic light once.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it is standing absolutely isolated by itself.
Cool.
Probably within walking distance of someone's house, but you know.
It's in walking distance of someone's driveway that's probably about half a mile long.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna intentionally take a little bit longer to find a spot to park, a little bit
Okay.
further away, and then I'm gonna be treating this like it's me. I'm just going out for a drink by myself.
Okay.
Situation. I'm gonna
Mhm.
try to stay intentionally separated from the others. Just sort of leaning on the sort of semi-nomadic nature that I've already got.
Okay.
Let me see if I have anything that'll help on that.
Can I make a roll to see if I can pick up on that as an intention?
Are you guys parking next to near each other?
I'm
Well,
pointing.
we are according to what Sen just said, we would be parking first.
Yeah.
And then I think probably looking around to see where Grania ends up.
So yeah, Grania drives on by and looks like she's going to park somewhere else.
Yeah. But I mean, if the answer is no, that's totally fine. I'm wondering if I can see.
I was gonna say, it's difficult to pick up on someone's intentions when you can't see them.
Fair.
Unless you actively ask.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right. Yeah, you know what? I think Sal will just text, "Hey, you passed a spot."
To which I will text back, "Who's this? Wrong number."
I don't think we've done it in character, but we do have each other's phones. Yes.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. No,
Oh, yeah.
you
Okay.
absolutely have me.
Yeah,
as a
you guys
contact.
have said emojis back
We
and
said
forth
that.
and shit.
We
Yeah.
said we established that last week that we
Okay.
have each other.
So with that, now can I roll to see
Sure.
if I understand what's going on?
Wits and
Welcome.
empathy, difficulty 7.
Okay.
I feel like I made that as obvious as possible.
Welcome
I'm-
to Wolf Week on the Discovery Channel.
It is
when
Sal.
when jackasses attack.
And as far as where I'm parking in the easiest spot to get into because parking's hard.
I guess I should better say when smartasses attack.
2 successes.
2 successes. Yeah, you're catching up the whole yep, there's gonna be a buffer here.
All right. So seeing that, Sal kind of chuckles and then says, "All right, Granny, keep in mind, Granny, sorry," he would say, "keep in mind, new coke's laying low. So if you see it come in, don't say hi, no hugs," pointing directly at Dakota.
Her head just sinks.
Sal immediately is like, wait, I you can hug me. You can hug boxcars if you feel one well enough. It's like an electrical current. You gotta ground it. So
Now it's
just
creepy.
bring it in.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want one now?
Yeah.
Okay. Come
I'm
on.
gonna just walk.
So,
big-
question, Jack.
Oh.
Because it does not make this clear in the description of the ability. Smell of Man, which I have as a gift, is always active. I don't have to activate it.
That's the cologne that Sal is wearing.
This gift
Dude smell.
This gift, taught by an ancestor spirit, enhances a werewolf's human scent, infusing it with supernatural power. Non-supernatural wild animals lose 2 dice from their dice pool when interacting with the guru, save when defending themselves. Domestic animals recognize the werewolf as a friend, and even trained attack dogs will do no more than wag their tails at the character unless attacked first. This gift's effects are permanently active. It doesn't say whether or not it affects at all a guru's ability to tell if there's a guru in the room. What would you say it has any effect at all on the ability to like blend in with a human crowd as far as
it absolutely does not. It specifically affects animals.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it is right. Yeah, Smell of Man only has effects on non-supernatural animals.
Okay, that's good. That's what I figured out. That's what I want to figure.
But no. People are still going to be like, "Holy shit, this person's fucking aggro." Yeah.
Yeah. As far as my understanding as a Ragabash, is whether or not someone's a guru just something you can always tell, or is it something that you can hide if you play it upright?
If you play it upright, sometimes you can pass.
Okay. So
yep, that would be a manipulation and subterfuge roll.
Hey, I have those. So what I would like to do then,
how many dots in Primal Urge does
do I have?
Yeah, does Grania have?
2.
2. Okay.
So I would like to do my best to. I'm just a biker chick here to have some drinks.
All right. Manipulation, subterfuge, difficulty 7.
I'm already dressed the part, like wearing my biker my leather vest and everything. So
yeah.
And I will be using my both my my Texas drinking glass.
Okay.
And my alcohol tolerance
merit
to basically just go hard on the drinking and hanging out and having a good time aspect of it. I have no idea if that's going to help me with the blending in or not.
It might later on down the line. But yeah, no. Manipulation and subterfuge difficulty 7 to start with.
All right. I'm going to spend a
Meanwhile, the other 3 of you. Are you just walking inside?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
I hear you, Mara.
I mean, Sal is. Mara, were you saying something?
No, there's a lot of people here.
Okay.
Yes.
I was to say, I can only see your mouth moving.
5 successes, because I did spend a willpower.
5 successes. Okay. Yep. You have to mark down that spent willpower. And yeah. So yeah. Firelight is just
blending with the normies.
Blending in with the Mundies. No problem at all. The other 3 of you step inside.
I will say, as we're going in, Sal does do his, like, at this point, instinctual check in the corners, looking around.
Sure. Yep. You can go ahead and give me a perception alertness difficulty 7 then. It's loud. There's a lot of people here. Music is blaring. There's at least one sports event on a television.
4
successes. You've been in bars before. You know the layout. You know what to expect, though. And as you step in, kind of scan the room, and there is very clearly a private corner table with a single man sitting at it.
Okay.
He's got a broad brim hat on, with a little bit of a slightly fancy band. Otherwise dressed in very sort of workaday clothes, shaggy brown hair, brown eyes. And he's polishing off a beer with a label that you can't read from this side of the room. But out of everybody in the area, looks to be the person to talk to.
Is he doing the like TV? We didn't have the money, or like we didn't get sponsored by a brand covering the label kind of deal, or is it
No,
like this is my
no, it's
home
just
booth from the
faced
back?
away from you right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Sal will gesture with his head in that direction and say, "I think we got our guy." And then we'll
As
start
you
heading
walk
that way.
over,
Yeah.
As you walk over, 3 men that are roughly built like a refrigerator on top of another refrigerator just rise from various points in the room between you and there. Oh, out of towners? Just the 3 of them block your path immediately.
Which one is talking?
The one in the middle.
Okay. Shit. I can't find where I had it written down. Jack, did I tell you what I was bringing in Shimonage?
No.
Shit. Okay. I think it was just a bottle of wine.
You
So
were
the
gonna
one in the
find
middle
what
had
beer
said,
he drank. and
What's
bring
that?
Yeah.
You were gonna find what beer he drank and bring that.
That was it. Did I find that out?
No.
Okay. All right. So the one in the middle is said out of towners. And Sal looks up, gives him a big grin, says, "Yeah, new arrivals. We're out here trying to make some new friends. I spoke with Mr. Connolly earlier in the day. My name's Sal. Got some mutual acquaintances back east."
Kind of cocks a head over a shoulder. You see the man at the table raise his bottle a little bit, empty it, and then shotgun it across the room into a trash can from about almost 20 feet away, and it just clanks in with the metal. They give you a nod. He's at his table. Go right ahead, I guess.
Thank you. Are they like still sort of standing there, or are they?
Oh no, they're sort of sprint. They make a little bit of a pathway for you guys.
Is this a like slip the guy a 20 situation, or not so much?
It doesn't really feel like it.
Okay, all right, yeah. Just that's what he's used to. So he's kind of
right.
All right, pockets the 20 again,
right,
and heads back to the table.
All right, yep.
Dakota will hug each of them.
Fantastic.
Oh God.
Give me a appearance and expression difficulty 6. You just have to make one roll for the entire.
2 successes.
They don't exactly know what to make of it, but nobody seems to get defensive at all. You guys just move on past. And Will is sitting there. And there are 3 chairs at the table.
Sal will sort of gesture for or at least stand aside so that Boxcars and Technicolor can pick their favorite seats.
Okay. I'll sit down closest to the wall. I don't.
That's kind of what I figured.
Yeah.
Dakota will sit next to Alex.
Cool.
Right. So I'll take the seat on the other side of Dakota.
Welcome to the last stand. So, is this a social call, or are we going to need to take this to private environs so we don't tip off anybody to anything untoward?
I'd like to think it'd be both, but the opportunity to have some conversations in private would probably not be amiss.
All right. You all need to make orders? Or are we just getting around for the table?
Dealer's choice, as far as I'm concerned.
Snaps his fingers, makes a motion, and then jerks his thumb over his shoulder, stands up, pushes his chair back. Sorry to make y'all get out of your seats just as you were getting comfortable. But and he pulls the sliding glass door behind him open. Let's step out into the fresh air for a second.
All right. Are you okay if I have brought a bottle? I remembered what it was.
Yeah, sure.
In the bar. Okay. All right. So Sal has one of those like wine bags, like gift.
Right. Yeah. Brown bag. Yeah.
Yep. No. Like the kind that you get like at a slightly more upscale place.
Oh, okay. Fancy like brown bag.
Cool.
You know, yeah.
Like, like little woven cloth. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we'll follow him.
Is it a Crown Royal bag?
No, that's only for
no. That's where he keeps his dice.
Yep. But he leads you out on the balcony, and there's a deck on one end. This is an actual like balcony that's separate, so you don't have any like foot traffic coming around the corner from the outside. So this is reasonably private. Lets you guys step outside, closes the door. All right. Goes and leans up against the railing, starts hand rolling a cigarette.
Mr. Connolly, I appreciate your time and letting us come out. As you probably guessed, out of the three of us, I'm Sal. We spoke on the phone.
Yeah, we did.
There's boxcars and Technicolor.
All right.
Hi.
Howdy.
I brought you a little chim chimney chiroo, and I will hand him the bag.
I appreciate it. We don't get much call for Disney movies out here, but
it is a box of it is a bottle with like a very clearly handmade label of an Italian grappa.
We'll find a good event for this eventually.
Didn't get a chance to find out your personal taste, but it's a little something from the old country for my family. Great grandfather, my nanny makes it, or my nano makes it over back home, sends it over to us. To be honest, between you and me, it's equally good for getting drunk or cleaning your batteries. But little something from back home.
Appreciate the sentiment, then. So, what brings y'all up here? Is it more of the same that your alpha was telling me about earlier today?
A little bit of that for sure. Like I mentioned to you on the phone, we all being prudent types are not looking to get in any trouble, but looking to be protected if we might find ourselves there regardless. So I did want to speak to you about local places where we might find some protection of the purely defensive variety. Not looking for anything heavy, just something to keep the fireworks off if they start flying.
Yeah, I can tell you for damn sure that the paramilitary boys don't make their way up this end of the county very much. And if you're looking for rank and file supply, you're honestly going to be finding a lot more of that back in the big town. Now, that's what you tell the general folks that come up here looking for big game hunting and those sort of implements, given that you are of a different caliber. There might be some other options available, but I got to ask you, what makes this worth our while for the community that we have.
Sal will pause a second to see if Boxcars or Technicolor is going to say anything at this point. If they don't, he will continue. But I'm assuming that's. Oh, sorry.
We scouted this morning. There are at least 2 Fomor.
All right. It's bad news. Did they just arrive now? Or are they part of the crew that's been tramping all over the mountains for a better part of a month and a half now?
I have no idea.
I wasn't among those that saw them, but if I had to guess, it seemed like they was pretty well entrenched. Or we just had some bad fucking timing going out the same day for their orientation. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm thinking 2 less, 4 more in your neighborhood is probably not a bad thing.
2 less is better. I will give you that.
Knowing exactly how many there are, though, even better than that.
Am I to be expecting more packs coming up from the city to roust around?
Well, we're kind of a special interest group in that it's kind of in our own self-interest to be the ones up here. I don't think we're going to be getting a lot of assistance from other packs back in the city, if you know what I mean. We're outside contractors. Wings of the Mojave. You get it. We're not from around here.
No, indeed, you're not.
Most of us, at least.
We do have a few local people with us right now.
All right.
Back in Denver isn't inclined to help out with that. They've got their own shit happening. And
It's true. They've lost a few.
From what I hear, things have changed a bit.
All right. And he just lets the silence hang for a minute.
Speaking of locals, had you met any of those that came out here earlier?
I met the Get, I met the Shadow, and I met the Child.
Oh, no, I mean before. You know anything about any of them?
Oh, you mean Intrepid?
No. Out of those 3, specifically the Shadow. You ever met her before?
She smelled familiar. I reckon she probably comes from the packs what run a little further west.
How about the reedy guy with the bad hair?
Your Alpha?
That's the one.
It was the first time I'd ever met him directly.
Right. Is he, does that read as honest, or is he?
You can give me a wits and empathy difficulty 8.
Okay. I'm going to spend a willpower on this, if I may.
You may not.
All right. And it is a 0, sir. I forgot I do not have empathy.
Yep.
No say.
Dakota does.
And also the stat is low.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Seems pretty honest to you. Yeah. No, you have nothing. There's no hooks to grab onto to be like, I think he. Yeah. No. Okay. As far as you know, he has no reason to hide that from your perspective. So
I got confused on my character skill set. Sorry about that.
Can Dakota make that check?
yeah, same dice pool. Wits and empathy difficulty 8.
Just say over the totem phone, because Alex is this is going places. Where are you going with this, Sal?
I'm the only other one that can hear that because of the distance, right?
No, everybody can hear that.
Oh, I thought totem phone.
Success.
I thought totem phone had a limited distance.
No.
No.
It does have a limited distance. That limited distance is like about 500 miles.
Okay. Okay.
So like
Yeah.
Oh dear. So wait, so
everybody,
so
So
Monica
everyone
hears
hears
that
that.
as well.
Oh yeah,
everybody heard that.
everybody hears that.
Great.
You get like immediately you get straight to the bank, baby.
Dakota, as you're reading this, yeah, he seems pretty honest.
I mean, when we spoke by the phone, I mentioned we had some other things to discuss. Like I said, that's separate and apart from this. In
All
terms of connections and so forth, other than getting FOMO out of your hair, what are you looking for? That way we can discuss whether that's in line with what we're looking to bargain. That's all part of a trade, ain't it? Laying things out. I mean, I'm not here to bullshit you. You're not here to bullshit me. We'll play it out on the table.
Fair enough. I'm looking for wisdom. I'm looking for somebody who can bring some insight and evaluation and detail to a fairly troublesome and disturbing situation that I can't provide myself. This is my territory. I take a keen interest in everything that happens here and nearby. So I'm looking for something new. I'm looking for somebody who's got a pass at this that's better than my own analysis.
Why don't you lay the cards out? What sort of problem are you dealing with? I mean, not to toot my own horn, I'm fairly sharp, says the guy who just rolled the 0. But
Again,
we got a few real keen minds in our pack.
well, good. If you're not among them, let me hear from them then. Because again, you asking me to lay the situation out for you sounds an awful lot like a gang who hasn't gotten their own lay of the land yet and doesn't really know what's going on. If you need me to explain it to you.
Well, I mean, again, we know the larger issues with this company. You got stomping around your hills trying to dig stuff up from underneath them. But if what you're
what are they
talking
trying to dig up?
that's what
Precisely, specifically.
Yeah, that's what we're here to find out. So we find that out. We let you know that the kind of deal you're looking for.
Sure. That'd go a bit of ways to putting something on the positive for your account. Once you've got something like that you can offer, maybe we can talk business.
Yeah, but we get shot up trying to find that out, then we're not doing anybody no good. So you give us a little protection while we're about it, we'll make it worth your while afterwards.
Sounds an awful lot like you're coming in flat broke and asking me to start you a tab.
Ain't that your line of work? You'll sort of
Not even a little bit, son.
with a smile, just gesture back over his shoulder at the bar.
Oh, no. See, again, you're kind of tipping your hand that you don't have a good read on the situation.
But we can get one.
And once you have, then we can talk.
We're talking right now.
Mm-hmm.
Why go through the hassle of coming back?
I'm
I
not
think-
looking to stake anybody at a card table when
I
they don't
think-
have anything to offer yet.
I
Go
think-
ahead, though.
I think we have a common goal here.
Mm-hmm.
And we're willing to go out and find this information for you. You have anyone else that's willing to do that?
Fair number. Most of them stay on two legs all the time.
You have anyone as skilled as our group, though?
See, that's the sort of thing that we're talking about. You coming in, and I'm hearing a lot of boast without a lot of record.
That is fair.
So what are the skills that your group offers?
You hear all about how Vegas got taken over by a bunch of fucking Weaver spirits that went absolutely apeshit, pulled the whole thing into a hole in the desert.
Sure haven't heard anything like that. We're a small town. That sort of information doesn't always drift out this way unless I go looking for it.
Like, nobody heard about it because we're the ones who stopped it. You speak to spirits much, you call up a guy, one of my best friends in all the world, spirit named Chansey, back in Vegas.
Ow.
I don't really have the time to go looking all the way down into Nevada. But I hear what you're offering. And if you come back to me with something actionable, then I'll be willing to give you something that you might be able to work with. But I don't do sponsorships.
What do you do?
I take care of my people.
As do we. And what we're offering is to maybe work together and we can take care of each other.
And I'd be willing to do that, but I'm going to need some proof, something hard before I agree to that sort of thing. Unless you want to make a wager or something.
I understand.
Now, what sort of wager are we talking?
And he gets a big grin on his face.
Oh no.
Well, I do like to roll the dice, play the odds, sometimes put my own test against an opponent of worthiness. Tell you what I do. Give you an offer of a bit of a wrestling match, maybe something like that.
Against yourself or against somebody else?
Oh, I feel like you against anybody else I could front wouldn't exactly be a fair one, but I give you a little man-to-man. You ever been in a tossing contest? It's kind of like cow tipping, but we're the cows and we also do the tipping.
I can honestly say, no, I have not. The only cows I go about tipping are usually in the form of carpaccio, and it's down my throat.
All right. You want some information on where you might be able to get something helpful. Something that'll keep your pack either doing the shooting or a little less shot up.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of looks over the railing, and down behind the last stand, there's a little bit of kind of like a half gravelly, half grassy open patch. They go down there. And you've got a couple people who can stand in as witnesses on this. Now, we keep it on two legs because we don't want to potentially disturb the fine, entertaining evening that everybody inside is having. But I'll let you see how far across that clearing you can throw me. And one of your companions here marks the spot. And then we go back, and if I can throw you further, then I win. But if I can't, then you win.
And as far as two legs, I assume these two legs, nothing bigger, better, stronger.
You're picking up when I'm laying down.
How strong does this guy look?
Give me a
Can I
perception and athletics.
Can I do that as well? Because
Yeah.
Sal's not like a hand-to-hand combat guy. He uses guns like a.
Did you say perception and athletics?
Perception and athletics, we'll say.
How well can you read someone's strength?
Right.
Like a
difficulty 6.
uses guns like a what, Mara?
I'm just
want
gonna
you to-
leave that there.
I feel like you should finish that sentence.
Yeah.
Like a ragabash.
Like a perception and athletics. There we go.
Can Dakota make this roll as well?
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
Jesus.
5 successes
5 successes.
Oh, wow.
on my do you even lift
Lift row.
roll.
Oh God,
1 success.
Okay.
Sal's gonna lose.
Hey,
Sal, what is your breakdown on your physical stats? How many dots do you have? Strength, dex, stamina.
4 strength, 5 dex, 3 stamina.
Oh,
I am a physical. Sal is primary physical.
this guy looks like he's got roughly an equal breakdown on that with you.
Oh boy.
Okay. Well, I did succeed on my willpower roll earlier.
Uh-huh.
So Sal will not immediately agree and will turn and look at Dakota and Alex.
Oh
think?
shit.
Wait. Sal's like, wait, hold on. He turns back and says, wait, what happens if we lose?
Well, then, you don't get a freebie.
And
Maybe I ask you to do me a small favor.
there it is.
But the favor I ask won't take more than a week, and you won't have to prioritize it over anything that has you in the area here.
Just me or all of us?
Oh no, this is a one-on-one, Sonny.
All right. Sal kind of turns and shrugs, looking at Alex and Dakota.
What does the 0 mean? As far as...
0 means you didn't succeed.
Okay. All right.
You're having a hard time. Yeah, you can't draw any strong conclusions one way or the other as to which one of them is the
I'll do it.
Oh, wait.
Alex,
You
no.
too?
No.
No. Just
No.
Yes.
ignore.
No.
No, ignore her. No, okay. No, let's do it. You and me. Let's go.
All right.
Dakota like wraps her arms around Alex and like pulls her back.
Hold her back, bro.
He reaches over and unhooks. There's a little set of stairs, and you guys walk down.
He's not a complete idiot because he didn't offer this challenge when Ingvar was there.
Oh, he would. Yeah, I don't know. And you guys are standing in the middle of a little patch. It's probably about 60 to 80 feet across. And he just stands there at the bottom of the stairs, looks at you, shoots a big grin, and just kind of T-poses.
Okay.
It's an open throw. You throw me as far as you can, and then I'll throw you as far as I can.
All right. Is the ground here relatively level, or are we throwing people off a cliff?
No, you're not throwing people off a cliff. You would have to, in order to get somebody off a cliff, you would have to be able to throw them about a country mile. Yeah.
Okay. And Sal says, and pure vanilla, right? No tapping into spirits, no nothing like that.
Oh no, you want to tap into spirits or something? If you got something that brings you a little extra oomph to the table, I'm willing to take it.
Well, shit. Now I'm pretty sure you got something. All right, whatever. Fair's fair. And I will go up and just
Strength and athletics, difficulty.
Check chat.
Oh,
who?
we will bring the. This is where we'll take a quick break.
Okay.
You guys can see how the wrestling match goes when we get back then.
All right. So if you're watching live, please stay tuned for these commercial messages. And remember, when we take our break, you take your break. So stand up, stretch your legs, grab some food, grab a drink, do whatever you need to do. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. We're back.
It's not
A dinosaur
theoretical,
story.
That actually happened. Yeah.
Yeah, that actually happened, Jeremy. That was remember the
That's
prostitute
right,
that he
that's
picked up?
right.
car.
Yeah, that ran away
That
because
is
of Careless Whisper.
right.
That's where the
Oh.
Careless Whisper joke happened.
Yeah,
Jack,
how,
did you-
how dare I not remember something that
I know.
happened 17 years ago?
Exactly.
No, Jack,
You
did
should
you
feel
do the thing
bad.
of Tracy's friend?
Oh yeah,
And
nobody
stopping
knows
Sal?
about it, but
Oh no. Okay. Well, I do.
you do. Yeah, no.
Wait, what was it?
So don't spoil it for everyone else.
I won't.
Yep. So we are in a poorly lit area behind a tavern where Sal is now joined a competition where he gets to throw Will O'Conley across a clearing, and then Will O'Conley gets to throw Sal across a clearing, and whoever can throw them the furthest wins. It's
I
very
mean,
simple.
I feel like whoever loses, everybody wins.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
fair.
everybody wins. in
Because
this.
Do I-
either you got to throw someone and won, you throw someone lost or won, or you got to see two people get thrown.
Yeah, right.
Two questions. One, do I see them leaving? And two, does anyone else in the bar seem to care?
Nobody else in the bar seems to care, and you saw them walk out onto the balcony.
Cool. I'm gonna try to party closer to the balcony.
Okay.
Not like
you can definitely do that.
not like, going out there, but like just
Right.
in the
Mhm.
vicinity so I can hear if gunshots start happening.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yep. You're either on a corner table or at the end of the bar closest. It's not hard. You've been drinking, you're having a great time. People
thought-
seem willing to chit chat with you. There's not really anything of note to discover from, the
Oh, yeah,
evening
no,
party crowd, but
I don't suspect any. I was informed that Will was a lone wolf, so I didn't suspect
Yep.
that there would be anything relevantly.
yep,
relevant.
it's just a party to be had.
Over the totem phone before this happens comes
Uh-huh.
a new Coke, just to let you know, if you see anything weird, it's all according to plan and by agreement. So don't worry about it. And I will.
Oh, back over totem phone. Oh, that's fine. I was just gonna take these people into the bathroom with me. So have fun.
You too.
So you said 4 dots of strength and 5 of dex.
Yes.
Okay. So that strength is definitely enough to where you can grab a human-sized object and throw them.
Mhm.
The distance thrown is going to be dexterity and athletics.
Okay.
Difficulty. How does this work? 6.
Okay. I have a dex specialization. It is smooth moves, which is what we I think renamed from lightning reflexes. Which
Right. Yeah. So
probably
this isn't
doesn't
really.
apply.
Yeah. It's not really going to apply for how
Um,
far you can throw a fairly sizable object.
yeah, everybody heard that.
Yep.
So two things. One,
Yeah. mhm.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
The number of successes you get, standard would be, since you've got 4 dots of strength, a single success gets you a 40-foot throw.
Okay.
Each additional success adds 10 feet to that.
Okay. Now I would like to spend a point of willpower, if I may,
You may.
and then I will bring this up because it might help me. But honestly, Jack, you've known me long enough to know I'm bringing this up more because I like you and I'm placing a gift in your lap because this might hurt me probably way more often. I am over my rage cap right now. Does that affect things?
It might affect how you react to this.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Can I spend a point of rage to influence this roll at all? I don't think that's how it works, but I'm asking.
Not really, no.
Okay.
To shift to Krynos.
Well, that was part of the deal, is that
And-
nobody's
Yeah,
shifting
yeah.
out of Hobbit.
No.
I was
I'm
saying,
not. I'm not doing that intentionally, but like I,
mean,
said,
for the
I love
throw.
Jack, and I wanted to
Right.
give him a gift and my current rage status. All right, so Dex and Athletics difficulty 6, and I am spending willpower. So that's 3.
3 successes.
So that's
So 40,
60 feet.
50, 60. Yep. So yeah, you grab him, however, and just hook him. And
I do have the specialization Steely Grip for my strength. Again, don't know if that helps.
No, because this isn't a strength roll.
Yeah.
Strength just determines your kind of baseline distance that you can throw, and then further on from there.
Yeah.
So yeah. So you watch him just whip Will 60 feet across the opening here, and Will just tumbles to a halt 60 feet away.
I will go and mark off the start of the divot like
Yep.
a shot put.
Yep.
Dakota will applaud.
Does Will look okay?
Will looks kind of scraped up. You just threw him. Like, you know, I mean, he doesn't look like he needs a doctor or anything, but
Okay.
you definitely, I mean,
Sal will dash over and offer him a hand up if he's still down by the time I get there.
he's not. He's like sort of pushing himself to the his feet, dusting a fair bit of dirt off of his clothes. Well, this is not too bad, actually. Wow.
I look, I gotta say, Mr. O'Connelly, I kind of like this whole Denver diplomacy thing. Your turn. And he'll run back to the starting line.
Nah. Will kind of wipes his chin to get up. All right, then. You think you're ready for this?
Probably not, but I gotta say, I'm having a good time. So lay on.
Heave-ho, here we go. He spends a point of gnosis.
Yeah, I see. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew he had strength.
Oh, God.
Bye,
Go
Sal.
back at the house.
I need to do
Down
some math.
lands in the backyard.
Wait,
I mean,
At Morgan's feet.
wait. Okay, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead and say your thing, but I fucking got a thing for this.
okay.
Okay.
So what am I doing?
So
Flying
the
through
two
the
of
air.
you, I mean, it's dark, but it's light enough that you can see this happen. Will grabs Sal in much the same way that Sal previously had grabbed Will. I didn't think he was going to do that quite as well as he just did.
Well, okay, but so at what point do I need to make a roll or anything?
No.
Because I have fucking wingtips, baby. I got air high tips. I can slow myself. So I don't have to go that far when
you fall,
Yeah.
you can slow your descent.
Well, yeah. So once I reach the apex about halfway and I am then descending, I can slow it, which I am not a physicist, but I believe would curtail the distance I am tossed.
I mean, only insofar as once you have to get to the apex first, but yeah, potentially.
And I will start running backwards.
Comically
Holy
in the
shit, we've
air.
gone full Looney Tunes.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, kind of we have.
Because he did say we could use whatever.
Oh,
as
yeah, no, he
took out
definitely
of
did.
Harmon.
All right. There's 1, 2.
This is the first time I've gotten to use these. I'm so excited.
I used them to steal some shit from a gift shop. So
I know. I've had these damn things since the beginning of the first season, and you got to use yours first.
Okay.
About
I'm curious if
So-
the wingtips actually slow your speed falling or just lower the descent at which the rate at which you descend. Are you gliding or actively like slowing down?
I think
It's more of a
that-
glide, and he's not going to have to soak as much damage because once you go more than 100 feet, you're technically considered at terminal velocity.
Wait. How am I going 100 feet?
Because of what he
uses
just
the
spent
gift
his gnosis
Heave Ho,
on.
6.
which
Oh,
means
no,
that
he-
for every additional success, he
Oh,
gets to
shit,
multiply
okay.
the distance he throws you by 3.
Oh, that's
Um,
fucking hilarious. Okay, awesome.
So
Yeah, no. So
because he's got this gift, yeah.
Oh,
So
then can I catch anything and swing myself around?
oh no,
You're telling me I got tossed like fucking half a mile and there are no trees?
no, you
Listen.
didn't get tossed half a mile. You got tossed almost 3 miles.
Okay. So
What,
there are no-
what happened, Craig, is that he went to shot put you, and rather than hearing him grunt, you heard a radio call where someone said, "Clear the firing area," and got launched.
Okay, I
So-
was joking about him landing in the backyard, but did he land in the backyard?
No,
are we we're
no,
further than
he's-
3 miles away, aren't we?
Hang on. I need to ask for a clarification.
Yeah.
Did you say that every success triples the distance? Is that consecutively?
Yes, it
This
is.
is fucking
Times three,
incredible.
times
no,
three.
No
Yes,
joke.
yes.
No joke. I know I lost this bet. Hands down, best decision I've ever made in a role-playing game.
So,
Oh
so
my
yeah,
god.
the to be clear, by the way, the air high tops. If you activate them, you add 2 dice to any athletic rolls involving jumping, and you take no damage from falls, provided you can make a dexterity athletics roll, difficulty equal to the number of stories fallen. I don't know how Jack's going to calculate that, but you'd have to make a roll to not
based
take
on my
damage. You don't just
calculation-
don't take damage.
Right, yeah. Based on my calculation, if you don't activate the air high tops, you are being thrown 9,720 feet.
Jesus.
Christ.
So Jack,
Yeah.
I would like to activate the air high top.
Oh, okay.
So, are you considering the vertical? Are you considering the horizontal distance number of stories fallen?
No. Because what I'm considering is that since he's activated the air high tops and he's going technically more horizontal than vertical, he's going to be soaking. He's not going to be soaking this as lethal. I'm going to say he's going to be soaking this as bashing.
Does it slow me enough that I can do things as I'm flying?
What do you mean by do things as you're flying?
Jack, it's me. They're stupid.
I was gonna say,
I
like,
know.
change
Yeah,
to like
okay.
Krynos or something.
Use my phone.
Take a selfie. Send it to Morty.
Yeah.
Because
You can,
if
you
you'll
can
let
use.
me do
I'll
it-
say
if-
you can use your phone as you're
If
flying.
you'll let me do it, I'm gonna spend another willpower point to
Huh?
before I'm out of range. All the speakers in the bar start playing Nelly Furtado. I'm like a bird.
So from the inside, I'm going to say that the speaker is on the opposite side from where Grania would be looking if she was trying to see what was happening. So the songs immediately erupt at full volume because the music is loud in here, and Grania looks so she doesn't see Sal fly past the window headed east.
Fuck.
But the two of you in the back that are watching this, it's actively like watching a cartoon or this is some comic book physics here as Sal just is launched and disappears from sight.
Do I also have time to make a phone call while I'm in the air?
I mean, you're traveling at a speed of fucking absurd. So, I mean, how far do you think? Well, let me see. Divided by 5,280.
Jesus.
It's almost 2 miles, actually. I was wrong. It's almost 2 miles. Not quite. So I'm going to need to roll 10d10 to see how much damage you need to soak.
So I would like to, if I may, if I have time, I would like to call Will Connolly on my Umbra phone using my big black book, which has
Oh
the
my
phone
God,
number of
yes.
every single person in the world. So I definitely have his number already.
I mean, you've
But I
already
looked
called
it
him
up.
No,
once.
you
already called him.
you already have his number because
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
already called him. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. He's
So
probably
I would
saved
like
to your
call him.
contacts.
I would like to call him as I'm flying.
Oh, you only have to soak 4.
Fine.
Oh my God! For a second, I forgot we weren't playing D&D, and I'm like, well, I'm fucking dead.
Please, if I were to throw you that far away, there would be an eldritch horror attached to you. So
Right. But yeah, you've got a little bit of time as you. Yeah.
So, for those of you back behind, Will's phone rings.
Will Connolly.
That was a good fucking throw. Just wind noises.
All right. Well, remember, keep your body loose on impact.
Boom.
Fucking
are-
amazing.
All right.
Well done. Well
You
played.
know-
Oh, we lost some.
So, Will turns to Dakota.
The only thing that would have been better was that was
You don't have to
Mariko.
walk and see where he landed. It's fine. I think I don't think there's much of comparison on this to determine. It's we'll just anyway.
We need to get him though.
Yes, you do. So tell your boy that I win, and once he's got something good, he can come back and we'll discuss.
Is he gonna survive that?
Okay.
Gaia willing. Me might.
Over the totem phone. I'm okay. I soaked all of it except one.
Okay, good for you.
Okay.
Did you roll? Nice. 1069. Well done.
Yep.
Hey,
Well,
take the
it was,
color. Take the color. I gotta ask you. This is over totem phone.
Right, yeah, this is
I
over
gotta
totem
ask
phone.
you. I gotta ask you.
yes, so
Did that look as cool as I think it did?
it did. It really did.
I kind of
Did-
love this guy.
Did what, Lucas? What the fuck's going on out there?
I'm gonna
I
need
just
your
got
help to
thrown
get
halfway
Sal.
to fucking Maine. Where
did
am I?
what?
I'm gonna look around. Like, where am I?
You're in the woods somewhere.
Will taught Sal how to fly, and now we need to
think
go find him.
Can I tell which direction I went?
No.
I think I'm in Alaska.
Mordecai over the totem phone. What do you see around you?
Hey, there's a bunch of what do you call them? Trees,
Do you know what kind?
big ones.
I'll go find
Do they
him.
look okay? I'm going to ask this question in a very Sal fashion because I want to interpret it correctly for my character. Do they look like Christmas trees?
As I turn on the satellite view and do a little bit of measurement.
Are they all? Is that a conifer forest that he landed in?
Are you above the frost line? Tell which direction he went. We saw like the trajectory. I can.
Yeah.
Cool.
Actually, yeah, they do look a bit like Christmas trees. Yeah. Mhm.
They look like Christmas trees, but like Rockefeller Center style, like real big ones.
Noted. Mordecai's going to try to contact Deathbringer. Just like tap him on the mental shoulder, essentially.
Well, at that point, so we're gonna sort of do a little bit of a time rewind. But you'll be able to contact Dustbringer at the point. Yeah. So, Aiden, you wanted to have a conversation with somebody.
Yes. Aiden is not long, maybe like 3 or 4 minutes after after the last scene ended. Aiden is going to go find Moriko
Okay.
wherever
She's-
she is.
She's going to probably be. Oh, I don't know that I know this location well enough. There's a back porch, is what I think we've said.
Yep.
Yep.
She's going to be out on the back porch, then
Okay.
probably staring off into space.
So yeah, door open. The back door opens. Aiden comes out.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like she's startled by the door opening at all. Like she heard Aiden coming already.
Cool. Stands about, sort of walks past, stands about probably 15, 20 feet away. Lights up a cigarette. So how do you think that went?
How what went?
That whole conversation that we just had.
It went as expected.
I agree, actually. I've got a question for you.
Ask.
Why do you think I picked you?
I think you are interested in balance. And I think you know that if you have me as a beta with another, neither of us have more power than you would wish in your pack that you rule. And she sort of sighs, draws herself up a little bit through diplomacy and democracy. And it's clear she's not. It's clear that those words take a moment for her to
Right.
remember what they're supposed to be. So it was expected.
That is almost exactly what I expected you to say.
Then we understand each other.
I don't think we do. And that's fine. We just know each other. We just barely know each other, I should say. So, you know that my old pack, my alpha was a Shadow Lord.
Yes, I remember him. He was kind.
He was an interesting guy. You might expect from, well, a Shadow Lord Ragabash who picked a far too human child of Gaia to be his beta. I was legitimately the least experienced person in terms of the pack in how to operate within the Gru Nation. I had my first change in my 20s. I had no idea about anything regarding Gru, any of this until I was in my mid-20s. I was just a guy in Oregon living my life. And Alexander picked me. I was really confused at the time. I had no idea why he would do that. I asked. It took me a while. Took me about a year, but I asked. After stumbling through all of the problems and figuring out what, failing several times. Why? And he told me, sort of, not in any uncertain terms, or not in any overt terms, but made it clear that so he was a Shadow Lord through and through. He, I think, out of any person I've ever met of your tribe, I don't think I've ever met anybody who had more love of Grandfather Thunder than him. But he was also a Ragabash. And for him, he told me once that a lot of people don't appreciate the subtlety of thunder beyond what it can do for them. And he saw apparently some kind of potential in me and wanted to see it develop. And he wanted to see me learn by fire. When I chose, you haven't met her, but when I chose our previous beta, I did that the same. Ingvar, I feel like the same, and you as well. I think you have a lot of qualities that make you a really good leader. You are, for lack of a better purpose, you're a self-starter. You have the ability to think outside the box in a way that I would expect of a Philodox, a very crafty one. You're also, I think, very willing to be the bad guy in a situation. And I think you have sort of an instinctual understanding of what authority is, when to follow it, and when not to. I think that's pretty endemic of your tribe. And you represent that very well. But I think you need to understand, you need to think outside of that context sometimes. I've seen that a lot. I'm not saying this is a failing. I'm saying this is something that I think you need to work on. I'm not normal because I don't understand what it's like to be in a lot of ways, a lot of times I don't understand what it means to be a fucking guru at all. I think you have problems understanding the human side, and that's okay.
There's a tightness in her shoulders at that. Not
There's
quite rigid,
yeah,
but she flinches.
There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I've probably had more time to learn the other side than you have to learn what it means to be human.
We are not human.
No, we're not.
It is expected that we who are not learn your ways. I have to speak as a human, speak your language, wear your clothes. I must do what you consider the correct facial expressions, but you do not know mine.
You're correct. I don't.
So yes, I know I do not. And she looks down at her feet. Human, well. But I am not human, and I have no interest in pretending to be one. I am a guru, and I will live as a guru.
And
I
that's-
also know what I was getting into. You asked me 3 times. I agreed. I understand how you rule this pack, Aiden Taylor. I was curious what it would mean to be named a beta of your pack. And so I tested the title. A title is meaningless on its own. It is either upheld or it is not. And you did not. I am not interested in empty titles or making others hear my voice when they do not want to listen. I will continue to protect this pack, and I will do what is needed to do this, with or without help, beta or not, whether anyone sees what I am doing or not. I will not allow your pack, my pack, to be hurt, and I will not let this war be lost.
Good. I
If
hear
you-
you.
If you have need of me, I am here. Otherwise, I intend to meditate. Because if your Ragabash succeeds, you will need my help to dedicate our reinforcements.
Would it surprise you to say I don't expect him to? And that's intentional on my part?
Do we hear anything yet from Sal at this point in the conversation?
Probably not at this point. No.
Not yet? Okay.
'Cause this is
Mordecai,
like right after.
okay.
Yeah, I think we're still on the way.
Yeah, I think you guys are on the way. Yeah. Mordecai will tilt her head very wolf-like and turn to Aiden. Noted.
You're not the only one who needs to learn things here. And one of the reasons I very much want you to be a beta of this pack is because I recognize the value that a stance like yours brings. And that I have a weird appreciation. My tribe would call it weird. For the Shadow Lord way. They need to learn by failure too. That's why I didn't want you going. That's part of why.
Mordecai is going to turn fully in place to look at Aiden, give him a good look, and almost but not quite meet his eyes. And she's going to give him just the tiniest little smile. Noted.
I think that, don't get me wrong, I am not saying anything remotely negative
No,
about any of their capabilities.
but
But I think that the way that we bonded as a group led to us becoming very comfortable with each other in ways that are both good and dangerous. It's very easy for us to all get in the exact same mindset about things. I'm not saying I want you to be the villain here, because you shouldn't be, and I will back your play, your opinions, when I agree with them. Except for in situations like this, where I think there are times where somebody should potentially learn.
Mordecai
I
will
will-
hold up a hand real quick.
Yep.
And say, I respect the way you are choosing to manage your people. If this was intentional and you did not ever intend to have this be a full success, then you have my respect.
If they surprised me, they surprised me, and that would be great because we would get something out of it.
And then you would look as though you had made the correct choice.
Yep.
In either way, you get what you want.
Exactly.
I can respect that.
I started off this thing, well, once I got of the mindset of these people haven't been set up for failure by being put in a pack with me. I started out this thing as these are people that if I'm going to work with this group, if I'm going to work in a capacity within this group, it's going to be helping them become the best that they can be. That involves a little bit of it involves a little bit of what I learned from Alexander, is the best way that I can put it.
You're doing a Shadow Lord technique
Little
where
bit.
you win in either situation.
Well, I'm doing a Shadow Lord technique in where
you either get
to
what you
sink or
want
swim.
or you get what you want.
Also that.
I will support this,
So
as I promised I would.
Good. So I don't want you to do things any differently than what you're doing, but by the same token, I think that you have, and again, this is not a failing, this is not a fault. I think that you have a lot that you can learn from us as well.
I intend to.
Good.
Moriko's going to turn slightly, and then she's going to finger the little sort of straps around her neck. There is something you should know then.
Shoot.
I intend to locate the person coming to kill you. I want to know where she is now, and every 12 hours I will repeat it to see if she moves closer.
I appreciate that.
I have no intention of letting her harm this pack, and I will do what I need to do to ensure that.
Thank you. The one thing I will say, I feel like this goes without saying, me and all, but do it in a way that doesn't cause harm.
She's going to tilt her head a little bit. Harm to whom?
Her. I know I just made your job way harder.
You made it more interesting. Noted.
Good mindset. Thank you.
She just sort of nods.
And he will stub out his cigarette on his boot and walk back inside.
Moriko's going to stay right there, and she's probably going to be just staring off into space. Not quite meditating, definitely just staring.
Yep.
Until she hears Sal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Valid. That's going to be a little bit more of a, there's going to be some possible claw marks on the porch when they come back.
So I realized I did my calculations wrong. Sal actually traveled more like 5.5 miles.
Fantastic. Okay, so where is he?
Does he land in the backyard?
No, he is almost due north of the house that you guys are at. Yeah, but
Okay.
right, yeah. Mhm.
Okay, then for story purposes, I wasn't gonna have her do anything because I didn't think she was gonna be in any of the scenes coming up. I was going to have her activate her heightened senses.
Mhm.
To how far away are they really?
Sal landed about 2 miles due north of the house.
And there was definitely like
A
was
loud
he hitting
crashing noise?
trees? I was
Oh
gonna
yeah,
say,
yep.
Is there noise? Is there like a noise of like
there
a
sure was.
Okay, so yeah,
no,
so I
literally he would. I'm making for story purposes. I'm making the rule that the air high tops are the only reason that that Craig is not rolling up a new character right now.
Yeah.
right. Okay, hold on.
Which I'm perfectly fine with because
Jesus
Monica-
Christ.
Did Sal's phone break?
Roll me a Dex and Athletics difficulty 7, we'll say.
It is a fetish. Does that make
Oh, if it's a fetish, yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay.
By the way,
Yep. mhm.
Hold
Jack,
on.
did you get my whisper while that's going on?
Let me look.
To be fair, that would technically be lethal damage, so it might not kill him anyways.
Awesome.
Unless he
Yeah.
lands on like in a silver mine, and then
Right, yeah. No. I was thinking Will would maybe get 4 successes on this.
Yeah,
So yeah,
classic.
I was
Beautiful.
Yep.
Okay.
Hoisted a
Okay.
bit on my own petard.
Like I said, greatest decision I've ever made.
Give this man a fucking Nuisha gift and just let him hurl someone across the world.
Yeah. Sal is pulling out his phone, pulling up his GPS, and it's just like internally like, I gotta get me one of those. And we'll just check and see where he is. Is
Okay,
he
yeah.
closer to home than he is to
Yes.
Yeah, no, at this
by
point.
definition, yes.
Okay, if Mordecai was able to activate her heightened senses for that bit, she would have probably caught some of that and definitely tried to figure out what that was.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah, no, have it, yeah. mhm.
That's it. There's a fucking Tunguska incident 2 miles north of the house.
Right, yeah. But yeah. Yeah, we can go with give me a perception alertness. I mean, it is 2 miles away, so I'm
And
gonna
it's
say
dark.
and I'm gonna say difficulty 8, but yeah.
Okay, but my heightened senses then does the lowers anything with perception. No, wait, there it is. Heightened senses. Anything.
I think I should probably drive the car.
Yeah,
back,
anything's
'cause I
decreased
have-
by 2.
Right. So you'd be making a wits and perception perception alertness at standard difficulty then. Yep.
Just
Now, to
6.
be fair, you said there were no trees.
No, there's trees around you.
Yeah.
You were just going too fast to grab them.
I was gonna say,
5
yeah, no.
successes on Mordecai and yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
going too fast to catch them, or going too far above them.
A little bit of both. Like at the speed he was going, if he tried to grab the branch, he would have just taken it with him because
With some Looney Tunes bullshit. Yes. Perfect. Oh no, and
His
that's
hands were too full of his cell phone.
and that would have been with my so that's actually 6 successes because I have my perception with my elf eyes, which is particularly looking for.
Oh, yep. Yep.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
mhm.
Mordecai will probably say over the totem phone, I think I see him.
Holy shit!
Well,
What
out
the
of-
fuck
out of
did you
curi-
piss
out of
off?
Yeah, out of curiosity, like, is that still Marco's assumption, given that Marco has no way of knowing?
Oh
that
yeah,
Sal
no,
has
like that she just
walked
went
5 miles?
they went 5 miles and then said Christmas trees. And
Oh, okay.
yeah,
All right.
yeah, no, she's just like, okay, what is the most horrible likely outcome of a ragabash sent to negotiate where even the alpha thought it was going to fail?
Yep.
Sal's like, how long do I think it would take me to jog home?
I mean, are you staying in Hamid?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
why I have a tracksuit, Jeremy.
Couple hours, maybe.
Okay.
What? 2 miles? What?
You have no idea where you are, and
Yeah.
I have a
you,
GPS.
you are
Madhu.
okay. Well, then pulling out the GPS, yeah, the roads do not make a straight shot out here. It's going to take you at least 2 hours unless you want to try and cross country, which you are not built for.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Sal is just like, totally by himself, will look around and go, "A whole fucking new tracksuit for fucking nothing. Jesus, no goddamn roads, no." And I will spend that fucking rage to turn into Lupus.
Hey, there you go.
I
You'll-
have
Go
Do
ahead.
I have Granya's cell phone number? I don't know.
You have me on the totem phone.
Okay.
You definitely do. I would have made sure
Okay.
everybody was
Okay.
updated on
You
everybody's
get
be
a
number.
clear-
text that said Sal got chucked several miles. I don't know.
I,
We need to go either get him or I probably wait
Oh.
like 5 minutes for an update.
I text back. Moriko said she saw him.
Yeah, I did say, didn't I
Yeah, that was
say
over the totem phone, yeah.
that I was fine?
Yeah.
I think so.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm,
But
yeah.
you
Yeah.
still need to get picked up. You're not gonna wander through the woods.
Um,
We've established that there are things in there.
Mordecai's probably going to wait a beat and then say, Saru, are you moving?
Over the totem pole. Yeah, I'm on my way.
Stop moving.
Listen
So
listen to your beta right now.
why?
Over
I'm
the
in the
totem
middle of the fucking Christmas tree forest.
I saw where you landed, I think.
Cool.
If you resemble a meteor, I will
Yeah,
come get you.
I mean,
And she's going to shift to Lupus.
Lupus,
I've got a
alright.
GPS small one that I know where home is.
Let
There are no roads to home. Let the one who knows the forest find you and lead you back.
yes.
I will turn back into Hamid immediately.
With
Fucking let
the
anyone else
rage.
strike this.
Okay. Yeah, Mordecai is going to try to go.
It's your breed
and-
form, so you don't need to make a roll.
I
or
will.
anything.
I will text. Alex. Go ahead and take Dakota home. I'll follow after in a bit.
And I will drop everybody in the group that has a pin gets a location drop of where it's at.
Yeah. Mordecai is going to zoom off in Lupus to where she saw the thing going at,
All right.
at her maximum speed, which for what, like 2 miles away? Yeah,
Yeah.
she'd be trying to go at a clip at about 20 miles an hour.
Yep. Okay.
If she can
Go
make
ahead
it.
and roll me just stamina and survival for Mordecai then. Difficulty 6.
Sal will find a tree stump to sit on and we'll call Will when we have
You said 6, right?
Yes.
And would this be endurance? Yeah.
This would be stamina. Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
endurance specialty would apply. Yep.
Mhm.
back in the house, just really
8
quick.
successes.
Yep.
Aiden will just
Out like
look
a
at
shot.
Aiden will just look at Ingvar and goes, "Yep, this all tracks."
Which, by the way, when you walk back inside, you see that Ingvar has partially shifted one of her hands into a set of claws and is just carving something out of stone and something else out of wood.
Cool. Yeah,
Oh,
he's just been
see.
sitting in there, like probably scrolling through his phone or something like that. As this is all going, just casually. Yep, that tracks.
I don't know what I don't know what I
Hold on.
expected, but it wasn't that.
I mean, this is better than I expected.
Rhoda, I think I should probably drive because I have more practice.
Yeah, that's fine. Do you have the car keys?
Yeah. Yeah.
Will declines the call, by the way, Sal.
All right. I will send a text. Does he receive text?
As far as you know.
Okay. I will send a text that says, "Nice work." And then a follow-up text says, "Tell me what the job is." And then a further follow-up text. Also, we still got to have that conversation about helping your people.
Okay.
Mordecai
You're one
should
of
take-
the worst kinds of texters.
I know, right?
You're just like, beep, 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 beep.
Mordecai should
I'll
take
text
somewhere.
things immediately as they come to mind.
Right,
and they just-
Oh.
Like with everything. Yeah. Mordecai should take between 6 and 8 minutes to get there,
Mhm.
depending on how much you want to count those successes as her just blasting through that forest like it's her home,
Yep. Which it is.
which it is. So yeah,
Right.
you have about 6 minutes.
Is
Sal.
Grania doing anything before trailing the other two home?
Having a couple more drinks.
Okay.
She's already there.
This is my like. My job was to be a shadow off in the distance, completely unnoticed. I did that by blending in. I did my job. It's not my fault. It's not my fault that Sal got tossed.
I mean, technically, I did my job too.
By being a ragamuffin.
Jobs were had and jobs were done.
Diplomacy.
Oh, diplomacy.
I had a crossbow named that once. But yeah, so eventually,
What a coincidence!
everybody
My left
returns
gun.
home. We'll just say
Nothing from Will.
nope. Mm-mm.
What a dick. So I've changed my mind. He's definitely worm infested and has to die.
Will after
I'll say-
after
wait,
everyone else
wait.
left, Will like definitely went back into his back room and went, "Holy fucking shit! I almost killed that man."
Will's having a drink.
Honestly, no. Will went back and was like, "Well, either he's dead or he's not. Who gives a shit?"
Yeah. When Mordecai does get to Sal, though, let me know.
I was gonna say, like, we have to have that scene.
Oh yeah, no,
Jack,
that's
we can't skip
that's
over that.
no, for sure.
Sure.
That's gonna
Yep.
that's gonna
So
be
yeah,
the thing of
after about 6-8 minutes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah. Mordecai is going to basically spot Sal, and she is going to try to immediately shift to Hamid.
Okay.
Can I see if I spot Moriko coming?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Are you doing it before I can see you, or you just run
Oh,
up?
the
and see
second,
Hamid?
yeah, the second it's kind of like she would be in range where she has eyes on you. She's shifting to Hamid.
All right. Can I roll to see if I spot the shift?
Yep. Perception and alertness. It's dark out. Difficulty 8. Honestly, at this point, yeah, because you are out of your element, unfortunately.
2.
Yep. So yeah, you see a wolf running up. It's dark, but it's given your contextual information, that's got to be Moriko, and then it turns into
Oh
a.
wait,
So
yeah, go ahead.
in the direction of Moriko, then. Athena, I'm sorry, were you saying something?
Oh no, I was doing my calculation. Go ahead.
No. In the direction of Moriko, then, as soon as he notices that, Sal raises his voice and goes, "I gotta say, Denver ride shares are fucking weird."
Yeah,
Stands up off the stump.
yeah, she's in Glabro. She didn't make it to Hamid.
Okay. It not fair, Glabro, I assume.
Not a fair Glabro, no.
Okay.
No.
No business pitch for you then. And
But she's talkable at least.
Sal sort of eases himself up. I mean, just like pops to his feet. I would assume I've healed by now because I shifted into lupus.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm. Sal looks.
You're
perfectly
feeling fine. Yep.
Yep, Mordecai's actually going to do a check over to see if he's well because she doesn't know that yet.
He has just like a big grin on his face.
Yep, she's going to be looking to see if there's anything odd about how he's standing, like he's hurt.
I don't know if Jack wants you to make a check, but I mean, he's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Oh
no,
yeah, I know,
he's-
but yeah, Mordecai
yeah,
just
mhm.
wouldn't know that. She'd just be
yeah.
looking.
Mhm. Yeah.
And-
No. Give him the once over. He seems to be doing okay.
Mhm.
There's a lot more pine needles in his hair and on his tracksuit than normal, but other than that,
Yeah, she's probably going to get in real close, uncomfortably, Sal, unless Sal steps back when she does. Does Sal move away at all?
How does she come in?
Oh, she's still kind of like she's running up until the point where she sees him, shifts to Glabro, and then shifts to a very calm, very slow sort of walk, and she's just getting closer and closer and closer and closer.
Yeah.
When she gets like this far, Sal puts up a finger and will boop her nose and goes, "All right, that's right here. This is about good."
She's not going to let him touch her nose.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
yeah,
but
but
I
yeah.
just it will
Yep,
be
yep.
about that close.
Yep, yep,
when
where
reaches
he
out to the
stops.
nose. And then
And-
we'll go,
Yep.
about here is about good.
Yeah, she's going to do the thing where she's going to sort of like, move a hand around him a little bit. You don't feel like you're hurt.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Diplomacy. Just I guess that's how you all say hi. Yeah.
Mordecai's going to give him a very slow blink, look up, meet his eyes very briefly, and then look away. Follow me. Can you shift?
It's such a nice night. Why don't we go for a walk?
Mordecai is going to stare at somewhere around his chest, and she's going to try to shift all the way back up to Hamid again. So I need the difficulty goes up by 1.
Yeah.
There you go.
She's fine. She's got it. Nails
He
it
is
at
100%
seven
just
successes.
being an asshole right now.
Yep, 7 successes. She's going to do the thing where she sort of gestures with a hand towards back the way she came. Then I guess we're walking.
Sounds good.
She's going to start walking at somewhere around that 3.5 mile per hour, like what do you call it? Power walking, tearing off into the forest, waiting and good clip. She's technically walking. It's very technical.
It's technically
Well,
correct.
Yes.
Your escort quest walking. It's
Yep.
too fast to actually be a walk, but not fast enough to be a real run.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
mhm.
Yep.
Sal
Or-
immediately
Hate that
shifts
walking
into
pace.
Right.
Sal immediately shifts into like Central Park jog mode, and it's just sort of in his track.
Jogging along while
Like,
she's power walking. Excellent.
Like comfortably walking along as well. What kind of Boyd is that?
What kind of? Sorry, what was that?
What kind of Boyd is that?
There has not been a single bird call recently. What he's hearing are insects.
100%.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's
What,
gonna
what
tilt,
kind of bird is that?
she's gonna tilt
Mosquito.
her head. Yeah, she's gonna tilt her head.
Ah, Jersey. Okay.
She's gonna tilt her head and actually listen. When
That is a cicada.
I was like, how far away is the nearest bird that she could possibly hear of like an owl or something?
Yeah, there's you could probably hear an owl somewhere in the probably mid quarter mile range.
She's gonna point in the direction where she's hearing it and say, owl.
I don't like it.
Noted.
So how's your night going? You liking being a beta so far?
Yes.
That's great. That's great. When I was talking to the boss, and he came out and he asked me, I told him he ought to pick you. I said, really shake it up. It'll keep you from guessing.
Mordecai's going to look over at Sal and she's gonna see if he's lying.
Wits and empathy.
It's an empathy, you said?
Yep. Difficulty 6. If Sal's trying to pass this off as the truth, it's manipulation and subterfuge. Difficulty 6.
Oh, you said 6, yes?
Yes, 6 for both.
Oh, please, please let this go the way it should by all rights.
Manipulation and
Oh.
subterfuge.
Yeah.
Yep.
Willpower. Oh,
Sure.
and I have a specialty in let me check bullshit. Do I
Yep.
get to apply that?
Yeah.
Yep.
mhm.
Yeah. Nope. Yes.
4 successes.
Damn it.
Yeah. Oh no, are you kidding me? No, Sal's got
Oh, I
Five
know,
successes,
but I
actually.
was really hoping for the dice to defy the odds.
I was gonna say no.
That's
And
actually
I already got
5
tossed
successes.
5
No, and-
fucking
and-
miles tonight,
yep.
Jeremy.
an important thing is that she does not have necessarily the ability to tell when Sal is lying.
Yep.
So Mordecai will look over and say, why?
Well, to counter it, it would really shake things up. Plus, you know the lay of the land here, and you're a local who's one, not on anybody's to kill list, and 2, yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. You're a local that people aren't immediately looking to kill, so seemed like a good in. Plus, Shadow Lords, you're going to be looking out for yourself, and if you're in the position of being beta, you're looking out for what's best for you, and what's best for you is what's best for the rest of us.
She's gonna flinch ever so slightly if Sal is actually looking to read her. If he's not looking at her, he won't catch it. When he says you're looking out for yourself as a Shadow Lord. If
I mean,
he's looking.
He's looking at her because that's how he talks to people.
Hmm. Yeah, because she's not looking at him at the moment.
Yeah. I don't know. Would I catch that?
You can give me a perception and empathy. Difficulty 7.
No.
She's not gonna try to hide it. She's already tired.
Yeah. mhm.
That's why he might catch it.
Why the fuck have I called this Empin?
I don't know.
Because that's the level of empathy you've got.
About it. I'm only about halfway there.
But yeah, no, you catch the flinch. Yep.
Okay.
And you can, with 2 successes, you can tell specifically what part of your commentary it was in response to.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Hey,
She's gonna keep walking.
we're at 11:30. Sal would launch into a story. I don't want to take up our podcast.
Okay.
I will be trying to make Moriko laugh though. I want
All the way
to see if I
back?
can get another one.
Okay.
Can we roll that, or
It would have to be. He'd have to get the right humor.
has
So it would have to be
Moriko ever heard a Shaggy Dog story? Because that's 100% what this is.
a shaggy dog story.
Like a long story that seems like it's something. Like he'll start off like,
yeah, like the there's no punchline. Yeah, that.
well, there is a punchline, but
No,
it's
no,
super,
the thing where it's
super
like the
lame
guy-
and not deserving of the time. And he'll
Yeah, no,
start
that's
off by like,
the story.
Hey, listen. I like, I know I'm not a galliard, but we got a little time. You know anything about the Iron Riders? And he will start telling the story about like the Iron Riders were the precursors to the Glass Walkers.
Yeah, I was gonna
during
say,
the
hold
time
on.
of the American
Would
West.
she know that, Jack?
You can give me an intelligence and either law or etiquette, honestly, probably.
I want to say like that would be etiquette because she would want to
Mhm.
know about all of the tribes is kind of her thing.
Yeah.
Okay, what are these guys called again?
The Iron Riders.
Iron
Yep.
Riders.
hmm
Would pigeon pattern apply? Because if she had heard it before, I'd have to say she'd heard it before. So. All right.
Probably not in this case. Yeah.
Okay. Difficulty what?
6. Yep.
Yeah, 2 successes. She's going to stop him and she's going to give a very whatever would be like the most brief
Historical summary.
historical big A notation in a textbook of the Iron Riders.
Yeah, you got it. So my nonna used to tell me this story. Kinfolk, but he knew, he was dialed in. Anyway, he used to tell me this story about the Iron Riders, and he goes on to elaborate the story about an Iron Rider who was part of a pack that was also mixed with other tribes, and about how his father, who was Kinfolk, had been murdered by a black spiral, and how the other members of his tribe, including the Shadow Lord, had cautioned him against pursuing this vengeance against the Black Strider. But this Iron Rider had gone off on his own, and he comes to a small town in the Nevada deserts, tracking him through the salt wastes, and finds him. And they have this tense encounter with the spiral in a barn on the outskirts of town. And this, I mean, again, this is taking up the entirety of
Yeah, the entire way home.
So, and he's saying, and so he's there, and then the spiral slips away, and just the thought of his dead father is consuming him. His pack is just not even in his mind, right? And I mean, again, this is why I'm telling you this, because it comes into the association with the pack. But he just set that aside. All he can think about is his dead father. But the spiral's got a side
She's
piece.
getting quieter and quieter as they're walking. The more Sal talks about this, the more and more he should start saying that she's not. He's probably used to her at this point of being really quiet and very still. She's getting more and more like somebody who you'd expect any minute now would blend into the shadows and just disappear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
You're going.
disinterest?
No, like the story is really bothering her.
Okay, all right. And then Spiral, he doesn't see him, but the Spiral's looking in the barn, and he pulls out a 6-shooter, and of course it's a fucking Spiral. So what's he got, right? He's got silver bullets, and he lets fly, and it catches him right through the claw. And the rage and the anger burning, seeing his father's dead face, he shifts in the Krynos right in the middle of this goddamn town, bleeding from the silver wound in his hand, and the Spiral flees out.
I gotta make a roll real quick. Go ahead, keep going.
And he watches him, and he goes out, and he runs across, and he goes through the doors of the saloon.
Mm-hmm.
and pushes in, and he's fucking in full Krynos, and he follows him in there, and he bursts in through the door. People are freaking out, and the bartender is just frozen, and he's looking there, still bleeding all over the place, full on war form. He looks around, he doesn't see the spiral that murdered his father anywhere, and he walks over to the bartender, slams down this bleeding, wounded hand, and he says, "Hey, I'm looking for the man who shot my paw."
Damn it.
Wow, that was amazing. And I'm so sorry that Moriko is going to shift into lupus and she's going to start booking it back to the place.
That counts. That counts.
There's going to be I was in the wrong form when I did that roll. That's fine. It wouldn't matter for willpower. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's going to shift immediately to lupus and she's going to book it home.
Okay.
She will notice if Sal does not keep up though, and she will come back if he does, but she's going to basically book it home.
Sal will shift into a run and probably not keep up because it's a human running after a wolf that's running, but
Okay.
Yeah.
I like how you started that whole thing off with it's 11:30 and I'm not going to take up this time with a story, and then you
Hey, that
told
could have
it
been
anyways.
way longer.
That could have been.
That could have been way
took
longer.
7 minutes.
That
story when I have told when I like I said, when I tell Shaggy Dog stories, I can take up a fucking half hour easy.
Oh, yeah, I
Yes.
know.
Yes, I am still disappointed that it did not end with the aristocrats.
I know. What can Sal read?
Yes.
No, I don't think I can.
No, he's
No,
quite illiterate.
I was wondering if Sal could actually read Moriko in wolf form. If he would
Yeah.
have gotten a
Okay.
flash of it.
I would actually like to roll. I don't think he doesn't do super well with wolves, but he has been hanging out with Dakota a lot.
Because her wolf form will give away how bad that was. Because she doesn't do the thing.
Give me
Like she's upset because of the story.
We'll see what he can get.
So you can either
I
do
saw the-
wits and empathy or wits and primal urge.
Well, I think I actually have points in Primal Urge.
Okay.
Um,
Wits and primal urge, difficulty 7.
The nerd in me has to say it's dots, not points.
Oh, fair
Oh
enough.
yeah, no,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, Sal can tell that story hit hard enough that if she were anyone else, she'd be crying.
Okay, well then would he have been able to tell that before he got to the end?
He would have been able to tell, like what I was saying before, like that she doesn't seem like she's enjoying this story. She's getting tenser and tenser. But
Okay.
she'd be in her hobbit form and she'd still be doing her thing.
Yeah.
In wolf form, she does not do the thing that Alex actually really like awesomely brought up of in wolf form, she was way easier to read.
Yeah.
That there was a
Yeah.
lot more
Mhm.
emotions than what she seems to have when she's in hobbit form. If Sal was looking to read and he could read wolf well enough, which 3 successes, yeah, he can tell that was hard. He practically hit her.
Tell me if this is valid then. I think while he was telling the story, he was telling it in a way that it was supposed to sound like an impactful, dramatic story. And he sort of assumed that was what the reaction was.
I don't know that she would have been looking at him at that point to check what he was doing.
And so just would assumed, or maybe she wasn't looking, so he was having trouble reading it. But I mean, at that point, would have assumed like, oh, I'm doing a great job on this story.
Right.
Yeah, I
He's
don't
never
think he would.
gonna
I don't
see
think
the
he could
joke
have picked
coming.
anything up from her. No, I mean, Jack can always have it roll off to see.
No.
Given Moriko's usual standing, yeah, no. Once she shifts into the wolf and the barriers are down, you can tell. Much more difficult to tell.
So
Yeah.
So I
beforehand.
think he's finished it, and he doesn't yell that counts. I think he
Right.
sees
Yeah.
her and sort of instead of running after her, there's a moment where he's like, no one can see him because she's running and he's alone in the forest, but he has this like elation of sort of finishing this joke, and then it sort of falls and he just quietly goes, shit. And then at that point we'll take off running.
Okay. Cool.
do I catch up to her before we get back to the house?
She would not run far enough that she wouldn't be able to hear him behind her.
Okay.
So I don't know that he could catch up to her, but he would probably see her slipping into the house as he was coming up because she would have waited until he got into the perimeter before she went in.
Okay, but not close enough to talk.
Not
Yeah.
unless he called out to her. No.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, he definitely like as they're getting closer. You go, hey, small wonder. Hey.
She's gonna stop hard. Hold on, I have to shift back into Hamid. 1 sec. Is that still at a 7? Or is it back?
If you're in lupus right now, it's at a 6.
Okay. 8 successes with
right
her
back.
specialty. Yeah, she jumps right into Hamid
9
as she
successes
gets
with
in.
your specialty.
Oh yes, 9. Yeah, there we go. Yep. Yeah, no,
Yep.
she's back in Hamid. She'll stop as she's opening up like the door. She won't turn around though.
Was the 3 successes enough to intuit it was about the dad, or it would just?
I mean, you probably got a flash. I don't know that you would have been. You definitely would have been able to tell that was genuine pain and upset from what you would have gotten. I don't know that you could get nuances from how fast she would have been booking out of there.
Can I, Jack? Is there something I can use to randomly determine whether Sal can intuit that?
Like if it was just
I'll
a
let you
really
roll a
bad
single.
joke.
I'll let you roll a single d10. If you get a 10, you can pull the parent. Otherwise, it's just something about that story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No. It's you're like, all right. Yeah. No. There's plenty of things in a story like that that might hit somebody. You know.
Okay. So she has stopped.
Yeah. Moriko's stopped at the door, right?
Yep. She stops. She opens the door. She doesn't turn around, but she stops.
Look. One time we were driving to Atlantic City with my sister, and I told one of those over the course of 45 minutes, and she didn't talk to me for the remaining 3 hours in the car. I get that not everybody's into them. Are you all right?
Yes. And you can tell to see if she's lying. She's gonna try to resist it though.
Yep.
Do I have to roll given the earlier roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
More importantly,
Wits
since
and empathy
the door
for
is open and everybody's
Sal.
inside, can we all hear this?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Wits and
anyone can-
empathy for Sal, manipulation and subterfuge for Moriko, both at 6.
Are we back yet?
Yeah, you guys are back.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
guys are well back by now.
I'll do another willpower on this if I may.
Yeah, we had
Yeah,
cars.
sure.
3.
Yep.
Tie
3.
goes to the defender.
Hold on. With empathy.
What was this roll?
This is to see if Moriko's lying when she says I'm fine, basically.
Can Dakota make this
I
roll
was gonna
for
say,
him?
oh, Aiden.
Sure.
There are a few things he's good at.
Yeah,
this
no,
is one of them.
This is one of them. This
What's
is
the difficulty?
6.
6
Oh, yeah.
successes.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah.
Sal's convinced. Oh, she is not fine.
Yeah.
All right, great.
The phone
I'll
gets
watch it.
put down and eyes just shift over to the door.
Yep.
All right. So everyone has returned. The meeting that was supposed to take maybe 45 minutes has finally concluded.
Hey, somebody
You
had
chose
to go
to
on
throw
a
me
trip.
5 miles.
What can I say? Sometimes I make bad choices.
So what the fuck happened? I say to
Well,
Sal.
Yeah.
We made some important local contacts and learned some very fascinating local customs.
No, what happened?
Alex, Dakota.
Dakota's like hugging
happened?
on to Sal. Like
What
thankful
happened?
he's alive.
What happened was we went in, we talked to him. Sal tried to get him to give us armor. He wasn't budging. He wants, we're coming in and asking for more things. What's this going to do for his pack? Etc., etc. There was a point where Sal, where there was Did Sal offer, or was Will? Did Will bring it up? I don't remember.
I think it was sort of a mutual thing. It would just
Anyway, there was a
Dakota,
contest.
do you remember?
He kind of threw it out there as an option, and then Sal kind of went with it.
Jumped on it.
I believe we all considered the opportunities.
Was it a trebuchet?
I believe you volunteered boxcars.
Sal,
No, she volunteered after you were gonna do it because she didn't want you getting hurt.
Sal, please continue.
So we did the old Denver hello, which I now understand involves grabbing each other and throwing each other as far as possible. For me, I got a good, boss, you're gonna be real proud of me. I got a good solid 60 feet on this guy. And then he pulled some real bullshit and threw me into the fucking stratosphere. But look, I can see by your face, you're worried. Don't worry, I'm totally fine.
I'm not worried.
Oh, boss.
You're fine.
Yeah, you know I am.
My next question.
Did it look cool? Because it looked pretty cool.
That's not my next question.
Did you guys get a picture of it?
My next question would be,
I got a selfie.
what did you learn from this, Sal?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, boss. And he sort of puts his phone down where he's showing you the selfie of himself flying through the air. And he says, he doesn't know what the fuck is going on. I can guarantee that. He needs people to go out and do it, and he don't got nobody in the city because he don't know nothing about us. Yes. He was worried about people from the city coming out after us.
Let me rephrase. What did you learn that Mornico, Ingvar, and I didn't clearly already know from our meeting?
Well, I'm not psychic, boss. I don't know what you took out of that thing. We didn't have a chance to really debrief on it, other than that Xena left her throwing daggers or whatever.
My ancestral fang dagger. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's the one.
Sal, you're not helping.
Mordecai's going to step forward.
He
look at Sal a little worriedly.
Like big grin at Dakota. Have you met me?
I have.
So.
Wait.
Ooh, that hurt me.
You bet something? What did you lose?
Just we lost the easy way. If I'd won, we would have gotten them right off the bat. Now we got to do it the same way we would have had to do it originally, and help him out with something if we want something in return.
Did your credit card bounce, Moneybags?
No, this ain't about money.
We wanted to buy armor and shit from him, right?
Yeah, we can still buy armor. You still got contacts in Atlanta, yeah?
Yeah, they're setting it up. It's going to take a while to get here. Did you actually offer to buy the armor?
We're trying to find the place to buy the armor. He don't have no armor to sell.
So wait, hang on. So he had you do a throwing contest to tell you where to buy armor.
Yeah.
I know a place in Denver.
Yeah, but we don't get no local contacts that way.
No, but you don't get thrown into a mountain.
Exactly. That was fucking hilarious.
Okay.
Sorry.
So ultimately, what we did accomplish out of this whole escapade was Will met a few more members of the pack.
Yep.
Learned what to expect out of certain members of the pack.
Yep.
And literally nothing else.
Well, we didn't leave no ancestral weapons behind this time, so I think we're a little bit ahead.
What kind of favor?
Well, he's not returning my calls, so
I
We're gonna
think
have
it
to
was
wait
more
a
of a
little.
we're just gonna help him find some information.
Yeah.
I feel
It was
like
something we were gonna do anyway.
I feel like Aiden just watched Ingvar's eyebrow twitch.
Let me.
Monica's not twitching, but she's certainly not moving, and there might be some tension in that
So-
shoulders.
Yeah, boss.
Couple of things. One,
I'm sure you got a couple.
Yeah, we're not making any more jokes about Ingvar's fang dagger.
I wasn't making a joke.
You were. You didn't
You're-
mean to be, but you were making light of it.
Look, boss, you're fucking grading us on performance here. So I assume we're grading against the curve.
Okay.
That sentence doesn't even mean anything.
Thank you.
It's literally a meaningless
Number
sentence.
2. To be clear, I think we did sort of give a full debrief of the meeting last time, didn't we? I feel like we did.
I'm pretty sure you guys did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you, to be clear, out of character, you 100% did.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
Sal.
I just
sorry,
wanted to
repeat that.
make
I
sure,
wasn't
yes.
listening.
No,
It was clear.
you 100%
Number 2.
did. Sal is in defensive mode.
Here's the lessons that we have learned. 1, you pay attention when we talk about what we did individually, because then you would have known what our meeting was about. Now, it is a valid question. What kind of was Will specific about what kind of job he's doing? And I'm still not entirely sure what we're doing this job in exchange for.
Anybody who is there on the balcony can roll intelligence and alertness to recall the specific details of the exchange with Will. Difficulty 6.
Okay. I was gonna say Alex might speak up because I
What was
One
it?
six- Intelligence and alertness, difficulty 6.
yep.
Two.
Okay.
Or-
So the way things were left post tossing with Will, given that if you want something tangible from him, you need to have something tangible to offer in return, which in his estimation, you currently did not possess or were not offering. The bet was, I will give you some free information without you having to offer something tangible if you win. If you lose, Sal specifically owes me a favor that I will define at a later date. If you come back with actionable intelligence and a plan that says, here's what we know, here's what we're going to do about it, and this is why we need equipment or help or whatever, then he will be willing to consider whether or not he's going to stick his neck out at all.
Yeah.
Those were the 3 main takeaways from the meeting with Will.
So Alex will speak up. The favor is like not a one. It's not a priority. He said it could be something that we could do after all of this, that kind of thing. And it's Sal who has to do it.
I'm hearing the word favor, which does not imply an exchange of goods.
Yeah. So that's like, that was part of the like bet thing. And then he wants information and like an actual plan. And then he'll give us, then he's willing to consider the like armor thing again.
Oh yeah, and the other thing that was specifically bargained for was the favor had to do with wisdom. So, and it's just mine. So you know this guy's got a good eye for value.
Hey, Grania?
Yeah.
Can you, with your phone, when the appropriate time comes, since it's a wisdom-based favor, make everything play taps because that's gonna be needed.
Yeah, got it. Make a
Awesome.
note on
Thank
my
you.
phone.
Mordecai is going to look at Dakota and step forward a little bit closer to her. Did you sense anything odd when he told you we needed to have information to give to him? Was he lying?
No,
Noted.
he seemed truthful.
Mordecai's going to nod and sort of step back, clearly thinking.
Based on what I'm hearing and based on what we encountered when we experienced him, he's a guy who probably needs the help, but doesn't know us. We could make the situation worse. I understand what he's going through and what his thought process is.
Can tell you there's no other guru in that bar.
Yeah, no, I think he's alone out here. I mean, obviously, but
Yeah, I definitely drank a lot of normies under the table.
Congrats.
No guru. I mean,
so
I was nearby.
So he's a Noah. So, I mean, I don't know how alone he feels if he's got kinfolk around him.
that's also fair.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, boss. It's because he's a Noah. I kind of feel like he's a straight shooter.
I don't disagree. I mean, it's not something that I would stake any of our safeties on, but
No,
you're
but
not
I think
wrong.
he cares about those people he's got in there.
Agreed. I don't see an issue with proving ourselves. But then by the same token, once we do and once we get actionable information, motherfucker better deliver. Otherwise, he's out in the cold with everything that we're doing.
Oh, sure. But I mean, I think he's gonna. And I mean, I think playing ball, even in this case, when I was the ball, I think shows him that we're willing to come to the table.
Maybe.
Yeah, at the very least, it shows that you're willing to be thrown over it.
That's pretty
I
good.
look over. Alex, please tell me you at least got video.
No.
Why not?
No! They were doing like this stupid. Okay, I'm going to bed.
Go to bed.
Good night.
I'm gonna head
good.
back.
I'll text you the pictures I got airborne.
Oh my.
This has been Jesus Christ. They're just gonna be a bunch of blurs, Sal.
No, there's a pretty good one. I got that filter on. You'll like it.
Oh my God.
It's just your
Well,
thumb.
It's like the Yassify filter.
I would say this has been a very educational night for everybody, hasn't it?
So I've got I've got
You know,
a
the
couple
role of a ragabosh is a teacher, so I'm glad to have assisted.
Speaking of teaching, I got a couple of flak vests and a shotgun back at my apartment. If anyone wants to come back with me and get them, since apparently Plan A fell through.
I mean, it won't be bad to have them.
Mordecai's going to look at Ingvar.
Ingvar looks at Moriko.
She's going to head nod towards Grania.
Why don't you go fit it out for one of the vests, Tina? Sal will turn and wink at Grania.
Look over at Sal. You know, I don't need help from the person that got thrown 5 miles tonight.
Hey, at least one of us got something tossed.
Oh, I got several things tossed. You were too busy getting tossed.
No.
I
Everybody likes to-
should point out for our alpha and for everyone else in the room that we already showed him that we were willing to come to the table when I gave my knife as a show of good faith and didn't lose it in a bargain, Sal.
She makes a point.
Yeah, it's a really good point, actually.
Yes.
Look, you gave up your fang dagger. I gave up my wisdom. We're all placing things of equal value on the table.
You almost gave up your life.
Sal, remember what I said about not make? You know what, Ingvar? Why don't you go with Grania?
Oh,
and
Scout's honor.
You're gonna stop talking, Ingvar. Why don't
No,
you go
hush,
and get?
hush. I'm casting hush on Aiden right now.
Oh, no.
boy.
Oh,
We're gonna
boy.
have
And
to
that
call
is where we
break
are
there.
going to
I was gonna say-
I was
close
about
for
to
the
say, I'm
night.
about to use a gift I've never used.
Because hush does not stop Guru claws from happening.
It's
Oh my
true.
God.
All right. So
All
anyway,
right, yay!
that's where
what
we'll
we're-
pick up next week. Holy balls. Thank you all for coming with us on this journey.
Sal's
Say
about to
goodbye,
get introduced to the
everybody.
visage of Fenris.
Bye.
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 Goodbye.
I'd like